Oh, oh, man, the last time I drank that much, I tell you what, wait, why am I tied up? What? What the hell?
Hello, Professor Macabro. I would like to play a game.
Oh, you want to play the game? Well, I don't know, man. I'm a little hungover from all the drinking I did, but, yeah, okay, I'll play a game with you, little guy.
You have squandered your life watching bad movies and talking about big-titty goth chicks. Now you play the game.
Okay, yeah, don't have to explain bullshit to me. I don't give a fuck, yo. What do you want to play? You want to play Uno?
What? No.
No, not your jam? Okay, how about Monopoly? That shit can go long for a while. I tell you what, but how about Monopoly?
No, not Monopoly.
Yeah, that's not the game kind of game we're talking about. Well, how about Mortal Kombat? Yeah, I can teach you some fatalities in Mortal Kombat.
What the hell are you talking about?
No, Mortal Kombat's not your jam. I'm a Street Fighter. I must warn you. I choose Akuma, so I'll whoop your ass. But if you're gay, let's play.
No, I don't want to play Mortal Kombat. Your life is in danger, man.
No, still, how about Smash Brothers? You look like the kind of person that plays Smash Brothers on easy difficulty, but let me tell you, I use Bowser Jr., and I'll still mop the fucking floor with you.
Jesus Christ. Do you ever shut the fuck up?
Oh, what are you bitching to me about? I'm tied up. I'm hungover. I'm still slightly drunk, and you come in here to my place saying you want to play a game, but I give you all these list of games, and you're bitching about it. What the fuck do you want from me, man?
You know what? You're not worth it. Go fuck yourself, Macabro.
Ah, yeah, you do that. Let me. Greetings and salutations! It is I, Professor Macabro, accompanied here, like always, by the one and only, and everyone's favorite, Zombie Huesitos and the Spooky Crew, and we're here to regale you with another movie review. Yes, indeed. I'm still trying to keep on going with the movie reviews and not just do nothing or just limit myself to DVD hauls, which I do enjoy, and I do actually have to get into doing another one. But I recently saw a couple of movies, and I wanted to talk about them. So, first one off the chopping block of the movie reviews is Saw X. X. Like the D-Generation X. Or Generation X. But, yes, Saw X. Which is a very curious because it follows that bizarre numbering that just brings my piss to a boil. Yes, indeed. The Saw series is a very good, in my opinion, series of movies that hit its peak with Saw 1, Saw 2, and Saw 3. Saw is about this guy called John Kramer that's suffering from a brain tumor, you see, and he's dying. And he sees how the rest of humanity squanders the precious gift of life away. With their drugs, with their vices, with being just genuinely all-around shitty people. So, he takes these people, these dregs of society, and teaches them a lesson. Like, I'm dying, I still have so much shit to do, and I'm dying. And here you are, squandering the precious gift of life. I'm gonna make you fight for that privilege of living. So that's what he does. He ingenious all these Rube Goldberg kind of traps. I guess he was inspired by Final Destination, you see. And he sets them up in these traps, and he's like, the more iconic one is the reverse bear one, where you have the face like this, and then it opens up, Joker style. Yes, indeed, that one's really good. I like that one. And the first Saw has some really cool, innovative editing techniques, And one hell of a ending. You're like, what the? Mind blown with that ending. And I really like the first Saw. Yes, indeed. Saw 2 mixed up the formula. Yes, indeed. Now it was like a Big Brother kind of thing. It had a group of people set up and had to survive these different traps before nerve toxin would fuck them up. I like that idea. And to this day, the scene where they throw Amanda into the vat of needles still makes my fucking skin crawl. Seeing all those needles stick on her. Yeah. Saw 3 is the last one that I really enjoyed. It's very curious how that tends to happen with me in long-running series. Other than the Friday the 13th series, the other long-running series, I enjoy up to 3, and then kind of like, And that happens with me with Saw 3. Saw 3 is the last one that I really enjoyed. But that hasn't deterred from the series being good with its kills and its traps and everything. Even though it did start getting kind of convoluted with all the secret apprentices and how the timeline kind of doesn't make it. You have to do a flow chart to figure out how the timeline works, and when did John Kramer meet this guy and make him an apprentice, and then met this other guy and made him an apprentice, and what was going on. It's kind of confusing. And the movies seem to follow that because we had Jigsaw, which kind of messed with the timeline. Then we had Spiral, which was in the future, you see, after John Kramer, he had a copycat killer. And then we have Saw X, which is kind of like a sequel-prequel. So it's the last one in the series because it's X/10, but it's a prequel set before the events of 3, I believe. I don't know, it could be before 2 as well, but I think it's a general rule of thumb, it's before 3. Because in third one, spoiler alert, that's when John Kramer dies. And, what is Saw X about? Well, let me tell you. In this prequel-sequel stuff, John Kramer's still dying from his brain thing, and he hears about this place and I have to say it would be one in the place where it's going, be set in the grand old country of Mexico. Oh boy, it was good to see all the landmarks in Mexico, but talk about giving Mexico a bad name. And we already don't have a good name to begin with. I love Mexico, but certain scummy people have given us an overall bad name, you see. So, John Kramer hears about this revolutionary treatment for cancer. He's going to this therapy, and this one guy tells him about a place in Mexico where he was like, oh, they gave me this cocktail of chemicals, and then they operated me, and I'm alive, willy-nilly, I feel great. So John Kramer's like, well, shit, I don't have anything else to lose. Let's go to Mexico. And he meets up with a group of people, and this doctor lady's like, oh, don't worry, I have done this procedure many times, because she's not Mexican, she's like this European chick. It just resides in Mexico, because let's say that the Mexican laws are a little loose, I'm not gonna lie. Even though we are part of North America, our laws are, if you have the money, you can basically do whatever the fuck you want. And that's what happened with this chick. She's like, oh, don't worry, I'm in Mexico because they are a little loose with the rules, and I do not like to promote this miracle cure, because, of course, the medical laws and other institutions will be after my ass, and they'll kill me and steal my formula, because Big Pharma does not like my magical cure. And John Kramer's like, okay, makes sense, checks out, why not? So he goes through the procedure, and turns out they scammed him. This whole big thing was one big scam. Again, it's set in Mexico, so that wasn't really that surprising, as I'm being honest here. So, John Kramer being John Kramer's, why, like, shit, they scammed me. And they've done this to a whole bunch of people. I'm gonna get revenge. And revenge he does. I kind of respect how methodical and how he dots his I's and crosses his T's and thinks like 5, 6, 7 plans ahead. He's basically like fucking Batman if Batman became a villain. It's almost like he has plot armor. But he rounds around all the people that were involved in this shit, and then he sets up an improvised game. But I do question how much time actually transpired for him to set up everything up. He sets up some really cool traps, but you can see that it was kind of a rush job. He didn't plan it out as much as he usually does. But he still was able to get this thing, and this is where I was like, I mean, I no lie, I kind of get where John Kramer is coming from. I mean, he's dying, and he sees all these people wasting away the gift of life, and he's like, well, fuckers, I'm going to teach you all a lesson. So, I get where he's coming from, but he's not considered the hero by any means. His philosophy is interesting, but he's still considered a serial killer. His body count is insane. Even after his death, his apprentices kept on his legacy. So he's not a good guy. But in this one, they kind of paint him and Amanda as the good guys because it even has a happy ending. Because they beat the scummy people that were scamming people and then killing them off. So it's like a bad person met up with an even worse person. And they're kind of like clashing. And I kind of like that, but and they don't sugarcoat John Kramer. He's still doing what he does. He's still a bad guy, but they kind of paint him in a more positive light against the scummy people. I think both of them are evil, but I do like they didn't make him a tragic. Well, he is a tragic character, but they didn't make like the villain immediately the good guy. He's still a bad person that encountered other bad persons, and they're just clashing. It's something which I'm quite opposed in modern characters, where they take an established villain, someone that is by all rights a bad person, but then they give him a tragic backstory. Oh, I am evil because I was turned evil. Oh, feel sympathy for me. Oh, as I murder people willy-nilly. But the biggest offender is Maleficent. Maleficent in the cartoon was the queen of evil. She relished being evil, and she was having a blast, having parties of how evil she was. And then with the Angelina Jolie one, they made her a tragic character. Oh, they cut my wings, and now I am evil. No, if a person is evil, at least fictionally, let them be villains. Let them enjoy their villain moment. Don't try to turn him goody-goody because people will be offended. Oh, think of the children. No, let a person that's already established to be a villain. Don't give him no swishy-washy. Let's feel sorry for the bad guy. I mean, did you people not see Tony Montana? What the hell? But anyway, it's still a good movie. I still enjoy the kills. That's the one thing that is consistently good about this series. You might not like the direction it went to, or the confusing plot elements, but the one thing that is solid throughout the series are the kills and the traps, and I'm a big fan of that. And this one delivers. Again, kind of confusing that they made John Kramer and Amanda the good guys in this scenario, but I still like the movie. Highly recommend it. I saw it in streaming, so it is in streaming if you want to check it out there. But like always, I recommend you get the physical media, which is something that I need to do. I need to get a Jigsaw and Saw X to complete my Saw collection. But as soon as I can find a copy on the cheap, rest assured that I will get it. Yes, indeed, because this was a really good entry. I was kind of iffy with the whole prequel thing, because let's face it, the actor that plays John Kramer looks old. They brought him back. It's not as notorious as like when it was a prequel and they just had him have a hoodie and he'd look all cool, boy. No, in this one, he's supposed to look withered and decayed because of the brain tumor, so I let that slide. But how many times can they bring back John Kramer, honestly? So what will the future lead for Saw? Who knows? But I guess we're going to have to wait, because I do believe I read that they are working on a Saw 11, so we'll see what they do. Have you seen Saw X? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let us know in the comments down below. But until we see you all again next time, this has been Professor Macabro, that is Zombie Huesitos, and we all wish you, like always, a good evening.